The competition is about developing ideas but also developing people and really enabling people and encouraging them to go ahead and start great businesses. Ingenuity16 is the annual event where we get to go out across the university and to Ningbo and look for great new ideas. Hello everyone, welcome. Amazing to see you all here. Lovely full room. Thank you very much for coming. I'm Steve Chapman. I head up the Ingenuity Lab. For those of you that don't know us yet, hopefully you will. But the Ingenuity Lab is the University of Nottingham's Student and Alumni Entrepreneurship Centre. We are based in the Sir Colin Campbell building. So, welcome to Ingenuity16. Thank you for coming. This is the biggest event we've done so far, and this is our boot camp. This event is about you guys getting to know each other, becoming a network, a community. And what usually happens is what you don't know, someone else probably will at the table. And then your mentors will be there to guide you. And what we want you to get out of the day is to start with some problems, with some issues, some things you don't understand. And by the end of the day, you'll be in a much better position.
Yeah, I think the mentoring is definitely something that is really helpful, and especially coming from like a second year student, your time is very you don't have much time at all. So to have someone there to kind of bounce ideas off quickly, find out if your idea is viable, is really useful. There's not so much trial and error involved, and it's a great experience and a great way to work.
Well, it's really interesting to see how the approaches to problems and finding solutions is quite an interesting way of doing it, which I wouldn't normally necessarily do. It's an interesting interface, and it's also just really nice to hear what people's problems are and maybe thinking about how they would relate to my business and just the kind of solutions that people have come up with. Some of them are quite relatable, and I've found a lot of them are very intertwined with what I'm doing currently, so it's been really good.
Today is a really wonderful experience because the entrepreneurial journey is so isolated. You're doing everything on your own. It's really hard work. And the opportunity to come together today, network, and share ideas has been invaluable to me. It's been a wonderful experience.
They can bring their knowledge to the table, their past experiences. So a lot of them have been in the situation before where they've had an idea and they've had to go through the process of understanding how that idea is going to be applicable to their relevant marketplace.
Well, we had a speak earlier about kind of how to dominate a marketplace, and he was talking about how you can be creating your own customers from your own ideologies and that kind of thing. It's a really interesting way to look at the market, just a way that you can approach sales and business as a whole.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. I've just realised, actually, it's been 22 years since I was last here. I know I don't look it, but I graduated quite a while ago. So it's fantastic to come back and see all the changes that are happening. And I can't believe what you're doing with that new Ingenuity Lab. It's quite outstanding. So what am I here to talk about? Well, I think it's on the agenda as how to win the market. I think it would be very arrogant of me to be able to tell you how to win the market. I don't think you can do that. But what I'm hopeful of doing is to be able to just share with you how to find a way of winning in the market.
I think it's important for students to understand what investors look for. And just like in life, there are 4 or 5 key things that if you get them right, then you're more likely to be successful than not. So what I hopefully can do is pass on the experience of making some good investments and occasionally making some not so good investments, and I can pass that on to students so they are best prepared, number one, to pitch at the event that we talked about today, but also if they ever do this for real, they're much better prepared to present a good case to investors.
I'd say it's been really, really good. It's helped me focus my ideas in a more constructive manner. It's really easy to have an idea about something, but then to channel it down an avenue which is actually going to be beneficial in terms of who the customer is. It's been really, really beneficial, especially with the mentors that are here today who actually have industry experience. They've really, really helped me to achieve something.
Yeah, it is. It's very busy. You've got lots of people and you got a lot of ideas bouncing around. You're talking to people. Yeah, it's very fun.
It's been a really good way to network as well, because we don't normally get to be around this many mentors and everyone's kind of in one roof. So it's been a good experience in that sense as well.
The Ingenuity16 gives you the tools that are required to set up that business. So you've got the passion, you've got the idea, and this Ingenuity16 offers you all these free resources, mentorship, development. You can go to the lab free. I mean, it's wonderful. It gives you that support that every entrepreneur needs to succeed.
We'll meet all again on the 27th of April over a few drinks, hopefully. Thank you for coming along, and we look forward to seeing your entries. And also, we look forward to seeing you in the lab. And to join the lab, you need to join as a bench member, but look at your packs. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Model, whether it's a non-for-profit or whether it's a for-profit, then your business can't continue. So that's a really important thing. But even more so, I like the fact that in that definition of marketing, it's mostly around listening and analysing.
It's a private company, entrepreneur-owned, started in 1993 with £7 million turnover in 1993.
Back immediately, and then 20% of the debt back a little bit further down the line. It's a good source of working capital. Downside is it costs a lot of money.
Now, it's not always the right choice because it can be very expensive, it can be tens of thousands or more. There's a great deal of liability involved for a patent attorney to say, yes, you're okay, or to quantify the risks of you launching your product.
Copyright is simply there to prevent copying. It's not there to prevent people from generating ideas, and those ideas could obviously be identical.
Because actually, I'm going to talk to you about how you stay relevant in business anyway. The examples I'm going to give you are from the world of beauty, but I think there's some insights, I hope interesting insights in what I've got to share with you.
A lot of the strategies we're going to talk about here are kind of at beginner level, but you need to get kind of the beginner concepts and foundations in place before you can kind of move on to more complex strategies.
Hello, my name's Jonny and I studied English here at the University of Nottingham.
And my name's Alex. I studied International Relations with Italian and Portuguese at the University of Exeter.
Together, we're One Third Stories, and we're revolutionising language education for children by making it as easy and engaging as possible.
We create stories that start in English and end in a different language by gradually introducing foreign words. We call this the clockwork methodology.
Hello, my name's Lawrence Brand. I'm the founder and owner of Portlight Bicycles. At university, I studied politics. Portlight manufactures long wheelbase cargo bicycles. These are bikes which can carry heavier or bulkier things than a normal bicycle, so they can take the jobs of delivery scooters, cars, or even vans. They're the future of urban transport.
My name is Mitchell. I'm a second-year computer science student at Nottingham. My company is Fanbytes, an influencer marketing company that Forbes say is redefining how brands market to millennials.
Hello, my name is Stuart Morris. I graduated with a PhD from Nottingham University. My company is VE Paddles. VE Paddles manufactures, designs and sells kayak, canoe and sup paddles here in the UK.
Hi, my name's Alex Avery. I'm currently studying for a Masters in Marketing here at the Business School at the University of Nottingham. I'm with A&J Arenas, a corporate hospitality service that implements a digital merchandise delivery system to stadiums across the United Kingdom. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so obviously it was very nerve-wracking for me. Definitely a lot harder than the final 20, but I thought it went well. I answered all the questions I needed to, and hopefully I've done well enough. It was very nice to meet all the competitors, especially today. Some great ideas, and to be honest, it's just a great experience for anyone who wants to get involved.
I think it went quite well. It was a little bit stressful towards the end there, especially with some of those questions, but on the overall, I think it was a good pitch. It's been really fun. It's been a great way to network with other business people around Nottingham and other students. It's definitely been a worthwhile experience.
It went really well. It's always difficult standing up in front of lots of people and telling them what you're all about and everything else. It's a bit daunting, but yeah, I think it went very well. It's a great experience to have. Really just inspiring and so educational to just come here, and so grateful to learn so much great stuff from so many great people, and also to meet other people that are in the same boat and just find out what they're doing and the problems that they're solving. So yeah, really good.
Good day pitching the business again. It's always fun to dig into the numbers and explain what we're up to. A few nerves as I stepped into the room, but yeah, once you get into it and get into your pitch, it's a great feeling. Pleased with the way I represented the company, and it's exciting to look into the future when you're doing these things which you don't get to do day to day.
I think it went pretty well. I think we're much happier with our presentation today than in the round before, and we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, agreed. I think the questions were harder, but I think we did a good job in answering them.
They were a very impressive panel, and what was nice is meeting the other 5 finalists today, actually having a chat with them and seeing just how impressive the competition is.